Uganda is known as a food basket, of course, because we have fertile soils. However, there's been conversation about wastage of food, and especially when we have it in abundance.
Indeed, and this has been the headache for most farmers. That's why today we bring you the story of an entrepreneur who is adding value and specifically drying some of these fruits to be sold later.
NTV Ventures does value addition on fruits. We do so far 4 fruits: mangoes, pineapples, jackfruit, and apple bananas. We started way back in 2015, but we started with the fresh fruits, which were selling to exporters. But then we realized we are making a huge loss when we have already brought our fruits to the buyer, because we were not managing the quality, and it was difficult for us to manage the quality because we were buying from farmers, so we were not following up the process of production. So we kept on innovating new things. That's when we decided to start drying the fruits, because when we dry the fruits, we manage our quality. Our main customers here in Uganda are the schools, but also people that like moving with a snack in the bags. They are also our customers. We also sell in some supermarkets around. We have a group of 200 farmers, women, within Uganda. Those are members of African Women in Agribusiness Network. They are the ones that produce for us the fruits. So we go and pick the fruits from the garden, put in our crates like this. After we bring them, we wash them. After washing them and drying them, we peel them. We must be dressed well with gloves and covering the hair to make sure we control contamination. So we cut them. After cutting them, we slice them very well into the uniform way. You see our products are uniformly cut. Then we immediately put them in our dryer, which is here. We put them in our dryer, and they will take 7 hours to dry. We keep on regulating the heat to make sure they don't overheat, they don't over dry and become very crunchy. Then we display them. After 1 hour, we pack them, brand them like this. We brand them and then put to our stores or take to the market. But then after cutting and peeling the fruits, we do not throw away the remains of the peelings. We take them, dry them, and use them to make charcoal briquettes that are replacing the ordinary charcoal, which destroys the environment. And we don't want to waste the remains of the pineapple or any fruit, so we still get money from our residues. One of our biggest achievements, it is actually not in profits, but the fact that we are able to onboard many women to be able to have an income to aggregate, to grow for us the fruits. To me, it's a very big achievement as a woman and as a business. One of the challenges is the packaging. Packaging affects our price because it is very expensive, and yet the market needs a good packaging. You see, this packaging is cheap, but this pineapple cannot live for 2 years. But this packaging is very expensive, but the product can live for 2 years. For us as Atari, we mind so much about our customers. Instead of going for a cheap packaging and it affects our customers, we have changed the packaging from this one to this one. The other challenge is that we managing quality. We have to follow up farmers to make sure we know the type of chemicals they are using, because we are producing organic dry fruit. So one of the challenges is that expense to reach our farmers. Someone would wonder why Atari Ventures decided to dry the fruits, yet we have a lot of fruits in the country. One of the reasons is that we needed to be different because by the time I sell, everybody is selling the fruits in the market. Everybody has the fruit, fresh fruit. What about if I dried it? I would make it better. I remove the content of water and someone is able to enjoy the taste, the crunchy taste, but then also still taking the nutrients. And the other reason is that we wanted to manage export quality. We take for export what we have tested, what we have checked, and we are sure the quality is the right one. By 2 years, we want to start exporting to European countries and other African countries that love Ugandan fruits.
Well, tough times at times present opportunities. Everyone knows that we live in tough times, Shamim, today.
Absolutely, and we see how tough the market has been, that we had the exit of ShopRite and Nakmat, but preparing the coming in of Carrefour. So tonight we share with you how you can turn that challenge into an opportunity.
Like we see the economic hardships, those are challenges to us, the manufacturers and many business people. But how can you see an opportunity within the challenges that are facing us? If you believe in yourself and you believe that your product or the business you are going to do has an impact on the people who are going to consume it, then you take that business, go on, hustle it, make sure that you persist on it, no matter what the challenges, no matter what the cost, because if you give up on your dream, no one will ever live your dream for you, and that idea will die with you. So if you persist, people will come on board to help you. Me, I've seen that personally, that sometimes you feel like you're on the wall. The costs are much, everything is much, the bills are piling, and you say, now, I've already constructed this, I've already moved, and someone comes on board and push you a step further, and you see now, hey, you are somewhere. At least you've progressed. So persistence and consistency are a key factor on how to achieve your dream of making money.
Well, so who says carpenters only make chairs and tables?
Well, the story of this innovator is actually sitting at the center of that question. He's making lamp holders out of wood.
I'm going to take you through project Let There Be Light. This is a project that we launched at the beginning of this year, January. And this project is focusing on improving the lighting systems, or producing our own lighting systems in Uganda. See, in most cases when we talk about luxury, we're looking at things that we import from countries like the UK, China, and these things come to us at an expensive price. And these are things we can create ourselves here in Uganda, improve how our places are branded, how luxurious our places can look using our own products. We mostly focus on producing unique things, beautiful things, things that can be put out there and also compete at an international market. Innovations is all about creating something out of another thing. There's nothing like creating something that has never been seen before. Of course, there is light. So how do you modify light and make it look more beautiful and presentable? So our inspiration comes from, you see, seeing the environment that we're living in. There's a lot of formality in our communities. Everything is formal. If it's a bulb, that's it. It's what you're going to hang in your house and that's it. There's nothing more to it. You buy a bulb from a shop, put it in your house and that's it. So now we're looking at modification. How do you make it more beautiful, more attractive? If somebody walks into your space, what is the uniqueness in your space? The design of the lamps, how they look, is just beautiful. A lamp made out of wood that adds value to a place. These are energy-saving lamps. They use only 6 watts, and you can even use it on a solar system, you know. So it is not expensive to use. Like, it doesn't consume a lot of power, and it doesn't generate heat. Production is a big field. You know, I don't work alone. It's a whole team that handles this project. We sit down, talk about the project, how is it going to look like, and then come up with it and produce it when we're building these lights. It has several stages. So it starts with 3D modeling. We model the concept of how this thing is going to look like. From that, we go into cutting these pieces, the pieces of these lamps. Our products are mostly on order. See, we created the concepts, we put them out there, and we sold the concept before we even sold the product, and people loved what they were seeing. So we decided to create these products because of demand, and most of our products are on order. So we create a lamp, and immediately after it's been created, it's taken away by a client. But we are looking to produce on a mass scale, like produce very many products. We have different names for all these products. There is a Let There Be Light project, and then under it there is smart lights, there is AI, there is Daybreak, we have the Harmony, and then we have stress relievers under this project. The reason why we wanted to create this specific type of light, we're living in a world where depression, stress, anxiety is really high. And we found out under research that there is a certain kind of light that calms a human being down, like calms your nerves down. And now we're looking to create this specific kind of light to help people with anxiety and depressions.
It's been such a great honor spending time with you tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Indeed, we don't take you for granted. We treasure your company, and we'd like to keep the conversation going. So drop us a line on that is on your screen. Let's keep this going. I've been your host, Charles Boji.
And I'm Shamim K. Matovu.
Good evening.